guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. KJ, you there?
Uh-oh, I can't hear her now. Wait.
I don't hear KJ
Oh,
anymore.
her mic, she's muted.
Oh.
I see the mute button. She's muted.
Oh, unmute yourself, KJ.
I'm mute, KJ.
All right, you guys. We are live on uh, KEPX Radio. We are live on Diane P. Meadows, and we are live on YouTube. So if you have anyone that wants to join us, you can have them join us on my Diane P. Meadows page on Facebook, on KEPX Radio on Facebook, as well as on YouTube, which is Lady D That Be Me TV. And I'm going to put that in the notes. Okay. YouTube is Lady D That. This thing goes so slow on my end. I hate it. Welcome, you guys. I'll do that later. Welcome, everyone. There you are, D. Renee. I can see you now.
I told you I was going to play with it till I can get it to work.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Welcome, everyone. We are live and we are here on KEPX Radio. We are celebrating our 12-year anniversary. And we have not really had an opportunity to talk or to discuss anything. I think we did this last year. Did we do this last year on Zoom? I think we did
Yes,
it last
yes.
year on Zoom. So I'm excited. I'm so excited about these last 12 years that we have been doing KEPX Radio. And I just think this is a wonderful thing. So, welcome everybody. Those of you that are out there watching, please share this with your family, your friends, your loved ones, everybody out there that wants to watch live. Tune in to KEPX Radio on the Facebook page, Diane P. Meadows on Facebook, or Lady D That Be Me TV on YouTube. Okay, so I'm excited, you guys. How many of you guys are excited out there?
All of us. Sure.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yes. So we got a little bit of stuff to talk about. We had COVID, and we had things that took place over these last couple of years. And before I go into anything else, I want to say that this particular show, this particular anniversary celebration is in honor of our beloved Harvey High, who we lost last year to COVID. Somebody, can you mute your background noise? I don't know. Is that me? I don't think it's me. Okay, there we go. Um, so yeah, this show is dedicated to our beloved Harvey High, who we lost last year to COVID. I believe the anniversary of his passing was on the 12th of this month. I'm
12.
sorry, was it the 12th?
Yes.
Yeah, so just 3 days before our anniversary last year, and it was a very sad day. But we want to remember all the good things, all the laughter, all the joy that Harvey brought to our hearts and to our lives. He was just a wonderful man. He was very funny. He was very straightforward, and he loved everybody. But he would definitely tell you a thing or two if he had something to say. He gonna say it. And I just want to say, I want to give everybody a chance to expound. Those of you that knew Harvey, a chance to expound on your relationship, your experience with him. But I want to say, before we do that, we're going to do that next, but I want to say thank you to Captain Lamette Wilson,
Yes.
who is here on the live with us, the magnificent Captain Met. I want to say thank you to you, Cap, for holding it down for all these years, for bringing us all on board, for putting me in the position that you put me in, and for all the things that you and I have gone through over the years. I want to say thank you for every minute of that. So I want to give the floor to Cap right now. Cap, are you there? Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
All right, Cap, thank you so much. We all appreciate you. We all love you so much. And even though sometimes, we go through it, each and every one of us go through it with you, Cap, but we love you no matter what. And I just want you to say a little bit about Harvey before we go
Okay.
into the rest of the program.
Okay. Harvey was my guy. I mean, it hit me really hard, which was like yesterday, a year ago. Okay. Right now, I'm trying to get Earlene on the call. So she was on Zoom trying to say that you was not over there. So I told her to go to StreamView. So
Yeah,
are you StreamView, Earlene?
StreamYard.
Stream what?
StreamYard.
StreamYard.
Mm-hmm.
StreamYard. Okay. All right.
Yes. So
Hi,
I
bud.
think. Oh, okay. I
Okay.
see Mother Hooks. Okay, and Hannah. I'm wondering. I didn't see you guys, but now I see you. There you are.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, Mother
Yes.
Hooks. Mother Hooks, real quick, Kat, before you go on, I know Mother can't be here long because she has Bible study um, coming up, Mother. And so I want to give her a chance to say something before she has to go to Bible study. But Cap, go ahead with your thing about Harvey.
Oh yeah, I miss Harvey. I really do miss Harvey because he and I, Harvey was Harvey. That's all I can say. If he didn't like something, he would tell you, and if he liked it, he would tell you. He never bit his tongue about anything. If your breath smelled bad, he would tell you. He just Harvey. He said, well, you say I brushed my teeth. He said, well, did you brush your tongue? So
Right.
he would tell you.
Lord have mercy.
And he and I used to travel a lot, go to Mexico because I was living in the States before I moved to Mexico. And he turned me on to a dentist over there. And the lady was doing my teeth. Well, whenever we would come back, I'd be very careful about what I say because Harvey would have it on the show that week. So whatever you're talking about, if you didn't want it on the show, don't say it in front of Harvey because you're going to hear it on the show. Okay. But I missed the guy. I mean, he's one of a kind. I introduced him to his wife, by the way.
Oh boy.
So that's your cue to come in, girl.
Yes. Mother Hooks, did you get to know Harvey?
We can't hear you. You're muted out.
Oh,
Mother
Mother, unmute your
You have to unmute your microphone.
your mic.
KJ, you need to unmute yours also.
Let me see if she can hear me. Mother, unmute.
I can't unmute anybody. I tried.
Okay, I can't either. They have to unmute because they're muted on their end, not on my end.
Okay.
Okay, there she is, Mother Hooks. Did you know Harvey?
I didn't know him personal like you all did, but
Okay.
I've heard a lot about him. I think I
Okay.
saw him once or twice.
Yes.
I'm
I just
so
wanted
sorry.
you to say anything that you wanted to say before you have to leave, because I know you said you have Bible study, so I didn't want to. I want to make sure to get you.
They're going to do it tomorrow, since I told them that I was going to be on the show today.
Oh, okay. Well, good. Well, good
Yeah.
then. All right. Well, then in that case, we're gonna keep going. KJ, you got your mic is muted. If you can unmute, and so what I want to do, KJ, let me see, KJ, unmute.
AD,
Yes.
KJ is having the same problem that Mother Hooks did. If Mother Hooks can tell KJ what she did to unmute. KJCS, because she
Well,
could
actually,
unmute for a second.
yeah, it's at the bottom of the screen where you see mute,
Yeah.
stop,
Yeah,
settings,
at the bottom.
at the very
Can you hear
bottom.
me now?
Yeah, there you
There she
go.
There
is.
you go.
Okay.
There you
Can you hear
there
me
you go.
now?
Yes, yes, we can
Yes.
hear you.
Can you hear
That was
me
a brilliant
now?
idea, Kip.
Yes,
Yes,
Yeah.
we can hear
okay.
you.
Yes.
Oh no.
No.
Okay, you can hear me, but I
Yes.
can't hear you.
Okay.
I guess we'll have to take
Probably
a
it's a
turn.
mic on.
Oh gosh.
There are
That's
three little
okay.
dots that
Oh, the
indicates
21st century.
That's okay. Now I
Okay.
know you guys are all familiar with Zoom. I'm not that familiar with Zoom. And Zoom, they only give you 30 minutes for free. And after that, you got to pay. And I don't have the upgraded plan on Zoom right now. So I couldn't do a Zoom call. And I use this one every week. So I'm pretty familiar with it. But anyway, moving right along. Hannah, are you there? Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hannah, I want you to tell us about your experience with Harvey High, which was your husband. And we are, we totally love Harvey. We totally love you. So we want to hear your take on Harvey since you got to spend more time with him than us.
Oh my God. That was 5 years of up and down.
Oh, wow.
I don't know how to put into words what Harvey was, but Harvey was a genius. He loved people, and truly what Harvey did, I don't think anybody else could ever do. I mean, the man, if he put his finger on something, he fixed it.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
Mhm.
I guess basically the only thing I can say is he even fixed me, and I didn't think I was electronic. So he was a real sweetheart.
Mm.
That's awesome. Awesome.
Right.
Thank you so much. Anybody else have anything they want to say about Harvey? Gloria, did you get a chance to meet Harvey?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I was visiting with Erlene and Cap for Erlene's birthday. And Harvey, I actually left a computer up there for Harvey to try to fix for me. And this was like the was it the second week in December? It was before he took sick. He took
Mm.
sick after I left from up there. And I mean, I, nice guys are just far, far and in between. And to Hannah, um, I really enjoyed, and I'm so grateful that I had the time to spend with you all and with Erlene and Cap. Um, I, I mean, he was just a nice guy.
Yes, he was very, very nice. I am sending out invites to people to come and join the show, to come and take a look if they're there. But yes, he was very special. Just a really all around great person, and we are all going to miss him forever. So we're just going to have to remember Harvey and talk about him as often as we can. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put his picture back up on the website because I took it down. Um, but I'm going to put it back
Um,
up there, and I'm going to put in loving memory of Harvey High, and I'm going to keep him up there for as long as we're here.
Good.
All
oh,
right.
thank you.
No problem. No problem. So, want to keep this moving. I just want to say that, Cap, you totally like did something that nobody else has done. And I want you to kind of explain what I'm talking about. And you know what I mean with this radio station, the way you started it. So can you kind of expound on how you started this and how it all came to be?
Yes, I can. Actually, I got excited about this when I was 8 years old. That's when I really wanted to have a radio station when I was 8. I'm not going to go all the way back there and bring it all the way up here, but I really did want a radio station. But I had a speech impediment, and nobody could understand what I was saying. I even cutting it short, I went to 3 different schools in Los Angeles, and they took my money for 3 months, and then they kicked me out. I'm at 6 months. They took my money for 6 months, and they kicked me out, and told me I would never be able to do radio. one guy named Don Tracy, the guy who did the Soul Train. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
He and Tom Cross they had a school in Los Angeles called Cross Tracks. And he said, read for me. And I did. And he said, are you good at anything else? I said, I can drive a bus. He said, well, stick to that because you'll never be able to get in the radio. I said, thank you.
Wow.
He said, no, you're going to take your money. So I kept on doing what I was doing. And I was able to put something together that no one else had. And that was, you remember when they had these stereos and you go from turntable 1 to turntable 2
Yes.
to a microphone. Remember that?
Yes.
Okay, well, I got 2 turntables. They didn't match. And whenever I give it a talk, I go to the microphone, and then I go back to turntable 1 to get some music. Then I go back to the microphone and say something, back to turntable 1 to get some music. And that's what I did because there was no mixers at the time. And I was driving from Los Angeles to Pomona on the weekend, and I was going to this Radio Shack, and I was picking up stuff. And this one guy said, what are you trying to do? I said, I want something that when you talk, because I had seen it in the schools, right? When you say something, the music would go down, and then you turn it back up, and the music come up, and you turn it down, and the music, you can hear it in the background, and you can talk. He said, oh, you want an audio mixer? And I had checked those out, and I said, yeah, I guess that's what I want. He said, I can build you one. I said, really? You can build me an audio mixer? I said, yeah. Now, I was in my 20s when this happened. As a matter of fact, D, that's that big picture with the big natural.
Oh, yes, yes.
So what happened is, he said, you could build me one. And I was driving to Austin Healy at the time. And he said, when you come up here next Saturday, I want you to bring this box. He told me what kind of little box I get. It's about like 2 match boxes. Remember the big match boxes they used to have back in the day? It's about 2 of those stuck side by side. And he told me how many novels go on it. I said, okay. Oh, there she is. I do. And so so I did. And he said, well, bring it back next week. And I went outside. I got in my car. And I had gone to, and I was back up there in about 2 hours. An hour. I was talking to him. He said, what time you leaving? I said, I've been there and back. Is this what you're talking about? So he took it and he went in the back, and I was watching the store, and he put this thing together. I was so excited. And then I went home and I put it together, and I could hear my voice. I could hear my voice over the music, and I was elated. I mean, I went to LA doing DJ stuff, and it was just, I couldn't understand what I was saying.
Will you come here to see if you can hear something?
KJ, you interrupt me.
People talking.
Well, she can't hear me. Huh?
She can't hear you.
Mute your microphone again. Okay, all right. She's trying to get some help. So what happened is, and I bought an 8-track tape maker, and I was giving these things out all over Los Angeles. I gave away I gave away all these CDs all over Los Angeles. I mean, cassettes, 8-track, what do they call it? 8-track. It was 8-track. I gave the 8-tracks away. And people said, man, that's some good music, but who was that messing up the music? And that was me. You know, I said, well, can you take it back and take that part off and bring me another with just the music on it? I took it back, erased, and gave it to somebody else and made another one. I kept doing that. And one day, I had built a studio at the house. And I was there, and this guy said, he and my buddy was getting high in another room. And he said, man, who was that messing up the music? Because I had it all over the apartment. He said, Lamette playing DJ. He said, let me talk to Lamette. Somebody got their speaker on. And he said, I know a wino sound better than you. I said, take me to the wino. That's where it started. Hi, Harvey. I said, take me to the wino. And I went over there and I met this guy named Alex Martin. And Alex Martin was a guy I used to listen to on KGFJ. And he was about 6 feet, 2 inches, 4 inches tall. And he said, and I went over asking a couple of guys, and they said, look, It was two other winos, Joe and Dave. He said, what did you want? I said, I'm looking for a guy named Alex Martin. And he said, what you want with him? I said, I wanted him to teach me radio. Another guy said, well, what you want for him? And so Alex, and his voice on the ground, he was laying flat on the ground. He said, my name is Alex Martin. And looked like the ground shook. And he stood up, and I kept looking at him because I'm 6 feet, and he's about 6'4". I kept looking up. He said, I can teach you radio, but you're going to need some kind of studio. He said, that's what's going to cost you the money. Now, I know how much money I've been paying for these DJs. I mean, these schools. And I said, wow, I'm going to have a personal tutor. It's going to cost me an arm and a leg. Long story short, it cost me a bottle of Boone Farm apple wine every Tuesday. I got $1 million education for a bottle of Boone Farm apple wine. That was it. And
Wow.
And I was in the studio one day, and this guy said, there's a radio station in San Bernardino. That's what's the name of it. He said, I said, okay, KTOT. Yeah. And I said, so I took all my stuff down, had XXCX, like a radio station. Then I took it down and put KTOT. And I started broadcasting on KTOT. I was broadcasting. I mean, I was on KTOT. I could visualize what it looks like in San Bernardino. And I drove up down there one day. I said, you're ready. I went down there and I said, excuse me, I'm looking for Emmett Borges. He said, I'm Emmett Borges. He said, who are you? I said, I'm a professional disc jockey out of Los Angeles, and I came down here to work at your radio station. He said, yeah. I said, what shift do I want? He said, do I get? He said, which one you want? I said, from midnight to 6 o'clock in the morning. He said, okay, you got it. When you want to start? I said, tonight. That's where I rolled. And then fast forward, I left radio because I got out of radio for years. God took me out of radio for 40 years. And I came back into radio. When I came back into radio, he brought me back into radio, and I went into gospel radio. Before I was at the top with R&B. But what happened was, Emmett, the guy that was on the radio station, about a month after I quit the station, I was just like, God told me to get out of it. Somebody saw him in LA and said, are you Emmett Borges? Yep. Put 3 bullets in his head. Just like that. Just put 3 bullets in the man's head. Of course, that devastated me. But I was out of radio, and I had not seen him in a few months. So I've been through a lot with the radio thing. Then when I got into networking, this is what Dee wanted me to tell, and I don't want all the way around the bush. And that is that, but I just want to kind of give you guys kind of a history. But what happened was, at that point, I wanted to do radio, and I wanted to do live radio on the internet. And they told me, what, Dee? It couldn't be done.
It couldn't be done.
I said, what do you mean it couldn't be done? It's what nobody's ever done it. I said, that doesn't mean it couldn't be done because no one has ever done it. And they said, well, you can't do it, Emmett. It's impossible to do. Don't tell me something is impossible. Because I get excited when you tell me something is impossible. It may have never been done before, but don't tell me I can't do it and tell me it's impossible. So I said, God would not have given me an idea to come on live radio if he wasn't going to show me how to do it. So I kept calling up. It was called Live 365. I kept calling them over and over and over again. And they got to the point they wouldn't even answer the phone because it's my number. But then one day, one guy answered the phone. He didn't know it. And he said, can I help you? I said, yeah, my name is Lamette. He said, wait a minute. You're that guy that's been trying to do live radio on the internet. I said, yep, that's me. This is after calling for about 6 months. I started in 2010, about May. And he said, why you want to do live radio on the internet? Why can't you just do internet radio? Because I want to be live on the internet. I'm used to doing live radio. And he said, but you can't do it. He said, but we had somebody who has they did a program and they sent it to us and we tried it for about a year. We couldn't make it work. He said, you think you can make it work? I said, I don't know. He said, well, would you like to have it? He said, we threw it in a garbage can. I said, oh, you don't throw it out. He said, oh, no, it's a different kind of garbage can. I said, okay. He said, just where we throw stuff that we don't use. So you got it? I said, how much is it? He said, if you want it, it's yours. I'll send it to you. I couldn't wait to get it. And I got it, and I worked on 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 it day and night because I was going to make it work. And then one morning, about 2 o'clock in the morning, I jumped up out of bed. I said, I got it. And my wife said, what you mean? I said, I got it. She said, oh, that radio thing, huh? Yes. And I went out there and I put it, what God had given me that night, and I put it together. And I called a friend named D in Los Angeles, 2 o'clock, about 2:30 in the morning. And I said, D, I want you to turn your computer on. She says, 2:30 in the morning, man. I said, I know. Get up and turn your computer on. And what I want you to do, turn your phone off. And I want you to I'm going to call you back. And I want you to tell me if you can hear me. I called her back. She said, I said, what did you hear? She said, you played something by a guy named Marvin Gaye, but it was scratchy. It wasn't radio quality. I said, did you hear me? She said, yes. She said, but it was, but you could hear me. Could you understand? She said, yeah, you played a old song by Marvin Gaye. Now can I go back to sleep? Yes, I had it. That was it. That was it. All I wanted somebody to do in another city or someplace else other than the studio to hear my voice. And she said she heard it. All right, I could clean it up. I wasn't worried about that part. And that's what you want me to say, D?
Yes, yes. Yeah, the part that they said that you couldn't do it, that it couldn't be done, but you got it. You did it.
And we was the only one who had it.
Yes. And we are actually, I think, in all honesty, I really believe that we are the best radio station on the internet because most of everybody else, they are internet radio stations.
Mhm.
We are not an internet radio station. We are a radio station on the internet, period.
They got it. Yeah.
Okay. And that's what I want
From day
everybody
one.
to, from day one. And because nobody does it like we do. My we were downstairs today cleaning out the garage, me and my daughter, and I have a mixer down there. And she was like, don't you want to put this on the throwaway bin? And I'm like, no, you ain't getting rid of it. She said, but you haven't used it. I said, well, that's okay. I haven't used it lately, but I'm going to use it. So no, you're not getting rid of my mixer. So and most DJs today, most radio on the internet, they don't use mixers. They don't use headphones and headsets. They might have a microphone and look like they're doing something, but when you go to behind the scenes, they're not doing what we're doing. And so I'm so proud of who we are, what we represent, what we stand for, and just excited about it. So I want everyone to tell their experience with KEPX radio, how they got started, when they got started, and what is your experience. And I'm going to start, so because I can talk a lot, and I'm going to go ahead and start, and then I want to go down the line. Gloria, KJ, Erlene, D. Ronay, Hannah, Mother, and who else we got up here? Who else? I think that's it. Okay, so I'm going to start.
Out there? I gotta see what happened to that boy.
No, he's not here.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to start. So this is Lady D, that be me. For those of you out there watching and listening and looking, I started with KEPX Radio 12 years ago, which is our anniversary today. I started in the month of April of 2011. And the way I started, so I told this story, I think last year, and I was watching one of my videos. The way I started, so Cap used to always, and he's been in network marketing since I've known him. And he would always call me about network marketing. And I'm like, oh Lord, here this Cap again. Here, I don't want to do no network marketing. I'm not going to answer this phone. And so I wouldn't answer the phone sometimes. I would just ignore him because I thought he was going to try to get me in another program. Oh, D, have you heard about this? What would you do if I told you could do this, that? I'm like, I don't want to hear it. So this one particular day, I'm like, okay, let me just answer this phone for this man and get it over with. And he called and he said, D, how would you like to have your own radio show? I said, really? He said, yeah. I said, well, can I have two? And he said, yep, you can have two. And I said, okay, I'm in. And that was it. That was the start of it. I went to the house out in El Cajon where he used to live, and we sat there and he taught me. He sat me behind the computer and the board and everything and taught me how to do it. And it was a wrap from there. I was sold. I was hooked. And then I brought in Mr. B, who is not here. But we had Shoutin' Gail. She was there. She's not here tonight. She was there, and KJ was one of the first ones. I think the three of us, the four of us, and Gloria were one of the first ones that came on to the station. After a few months or so, I ended up becoming the general manager. I created that beautiful logo that you see up there, KEPX radio logo, and just started doing things and started getting the word out there about KEPX, and that's where I've been. I've been here. I did take about a year and a half, maybe 2 years off from doing my shows, but I never did leave the station. I was always in the back looking and listening and calling Cap every now and then. Oh, something's going on with the station. But I've always been here, and I'm going to be here until the end. And I want to say real quick before I move on, Cap blessed me a couple of days before Christmas with the ownership of the Soul Express, which is a part of KEPX Radio. So I am now the official owner of the Soul Express on KEPX Radio. So
Wow.
I'm so excited about that.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow.
All right. So that's my story. Next, Gloria.
Yes. Well, I first want to say that I attended Texas Southern University. I was in the School of Public Administration. I went into an office one day and a gentleman interrupted a conversation and asked me to come over to the radio station and do a voice check. And I looked at him and I said, well, I'm not in the School of Communications. I'm in the School of Public Administration. Brother said, I didn't ask you that. I asked you to do a voice check. I said, oops. Okay. So the next day I went over and did a voice check, which was a Thursday. And on that Sunday, my program went on the air. I part of gospel programming, but I did a talk show and I named it Community Highlights. And it became a successful program. And the mayor's brother-in-law, who was the state senator, invited me to represent Texas Southern at the Democrat National Convention. And I went, and in a news feed, I had a microphone in the governor's face. It made national news. The Republicans contacted the university, invited me to go to Dallas to represent the university, and the rest is history. And I ended up going back to San Diego, going on 92.5 and doing KPRZ. Um, in 2000, I guess 2011, Lamette contacted me and asked me if I wanted to do gospel. And I selected to do gospel on Sundays from 4 in the afternoon until 8 in the evening. And my son, because of his exposure to my music and everything that I did a like a hip hop gospel from 8 until midnight. And we were doing that, and eventually a number of things happened, went off the air. And in 2021, Cap called me and said he wanted me to go back on the air or asked me if I wanted to go back on the air. My response was yes, but I want to do the blues. Cap said, the gospel lady wants to do the blues. And I said, yes. He said, Gloria, what do you know about the blues? I said, I know more than you think I do. And so that's how I got back. And I am feeling very comfortable and wanting to learn more. But I am so grateful to you. I'm going to call you Lamette now. I am so grateful to you, Lamette, for your bringing me on board with you and spending the time that you have with me, teaching me what I have learned. And, I'm wanting to do more. And I want to also say that um, being with KEPX Radio, the Soul Express, I was able to introduce it to people in Hawaii. And um, you guys would be surprised at the people that have contacted me or that I made contact with. And I'm just wanting to work and do my part. And KJ, I'm sorry, um, Diane, I want to help us build where we are. I'm loving it.
Awesome. And let me tell
Yeah.
you guys, Gloria, the Silver Fox, she has a bad show. If you like the blues, y'all need to tune in because I'm telling you, she is doing the dang thing. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. KJ has her is muted. Let me see. Erlene, give your story.
Sure. Can you hear me well?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well, first, let me start by saying happy 12th birthday, KEPX Radio, and may
Yes.
you have many more to come. I am a newbie with KEPX Radio. As a matter of fact, I started last year coming in kicking and screaming because I didn't want to do it. And uh, Matt kept saying, "Oh yeah, you're gonna do it. You're gonna." I don't want to. I don't have time. You know, I got a business to run. Blah blah blah. But when I heard myself on the radio and I heard him do his little magic to make me sound like a radio personality, I'm like, "Oh, okay, I got time." Okay. So now I have my little small segment. Uh, I think it's like 3 hours, and it's called the Queen Bee. So Queen Bee Arena, and I truly enjoy it. I've called family members in California and family members here in Texas, and tried to get them all on to listen to Queen Bee Erlene, and it has really brought out another part of my personality. So thanks, Lamette. I guess I owe you that. Okay, I owe you that. Thank you for that. And kind of puts a little bit of, you know, how your day can be just so mundane with so much clutter from stress from other work responsibilities. So it kind of breaks that up a little bit and brings in a little joy, a little small smile. Because I really love music. I really do. Lamette will tell you, I'm the kind of person that will sing my heart out in the car, okay, or in the shower. And to me, I sound good. Okay, so, to hear my on the radio is it just kind of makes me puff my chest out a little bit more. Or I guess that's the best way to say it. But nevertheless, I've enjoyed this short time that I've had with KEPX Radio. And I guess I'm going to allow Met to help me do some more recordings so that I will have something to do when I actually retire this year. So you guys keep me in prayer, okay? My goal is to retire and do a little bit more with KEPX Radio in 2024. That's it.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Mhm. Uh-huh,
All
sure.
right, that was great. Let's see. I'm gonna unmute. I found out how to mute and unmute. So KJ, your
Can you hear me?
turn. Yes,
Can you hear me?
ma'am.
You can hear me. You don't. I have been trying. I'm not an electronic kind of person. I have been trying everything, and that's why I took the audio off because so you couldn't see me acting like a crazy woman. Let's see, where do we start. Well, Lady D, you know my father because my father thought of you
Mm-hmm.
as like his other daughter. And
Yes.
remember, I've told the story before. My father, well, Cap knew both my parents, and they took him on like he was just extended family. And Lamette was like my father's little brother. And they both, Kat and my father, both wanted their daughters to get to not just rely on their jump out of bed or just over broke, the thing they call JOB. And so he wanted to get me in to some form of network marketing. Don't just rely on the men, that kind of thing. And so they had this little contest going on. And Cap said, okay, Lonnie, Petrie, if you, if you can get my daughter in some kind of network marketing, I will take off the hat and you will be the king of network marketing. And then, my father said the same thing. And so my father was not able to get Cap's daughter into network marketing, but Cap was able to get me into the network marketing. And that started, me getting to know him and as extended family. And I just, at first, I didn't know what I would be talking about. So I talked about things that I knew from being in work, and I've done many different kind of jobs. Like I've been a probation officer, so I talk about those kind of things. I've been in human resources, so I talk about those kinds of things. I've been in, chemical dependency counselor, so I talk about that. And there's one thing that really took off when I started talking about abuse issues. And it's the thing that really resonates with me, guys, is even though I was presenting to other people, as I would be presenting, it's like there was an epiphany going on. I would discover some things. And one of them was abuse issues, because as a probation officer, you look at things with a certain pair of eyes. But then if you are a counselor that's dealing with someone that has had abuse issues, you look at it differently. And so then I went from doing the entire presentation, which was 30 minutes, to interviewing people. And that's when I really started having fun, just asking the questions, because you never know. Sometimes you don't know what somebody's going to say, or you might have some kind of idea or a question comes to mind, and then you just ask it. I have tried both ways, where you have your questions scripted out, you know what you're going to ask and that type of thing. And I've tried it the way where you have an idea, but you really don't know what questions you're going to ask until you have the appointed time. I like spontaneity better. It seems to flow much better. You have more fun, and the person that you're interviewing has more fun as well. I was just thinking of some things as I was trying to get you guys to be able to hear me, and unplugging and plugging things back in and stuff like that. And I was thinking, I was thinking of the transition, how we got to be where we are. And Lady D, congratulations again. You're well deserving. And I was thinking of, I think it was Amelia Earhart. She said the most difficult things to do is the decision to act. Okay. And that's one thing that Cap seems to have never had a problem with. Some people say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Well, Cap will think about it, and then he'll just jump and just start doing. And he'll keep on doing and keep on doing and keep on doing and keep on doing and keep on doing until it's done. I also thought about, I think his name is Van Gogh. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. He's an artist. And he said, if you hear a voice within you say, you cannot paint, then by all means paint. And that voice will be silenced. And that's what Cap went through. You know, and you said it best, Lady D, when you were talking. They said, this can't be done. You can't have radio, you know, internet, and that kind of thing. But he did it. He was the first one to do that. He proved them wrong. And I was thinking also about Albert Einstein. In the middle of every difficulty lies opportunity. And that's something that Cap has always seen. And that's something that the people that are a part of KEPX and a part of Soul Express have been a part of that. And I've seen how people how people have grown, because I tried to peek in and listen to different shows and that kind of thing. The way someone, if you were here around 12 years ago and here today, then your presenting is probably a little bit different, a little bit more skilled. You begin to be a little bit more of a risk taker instead of playing it safe. Like I used to have my notes in front of me, my cheat notes, and know exactly what questions I'm going to ask. And now I'm a little bit different than that. But it's been a fun ride. I love it. I love all the things that I know some of you have been behind the scenes and did a lot and did your own shows and that kind of thing. And Lady D, you're one of those. You're one of those people. And I just admire everybody. I think we have a really good mix, you know, rhythm and blues. We have people, you know, do the cooking shows, and the ones that have practical life type of applications. I think about Harvey a lot because I love the fact that he was never afraid to talk about practical things in life, things that are important, things that people would be afraid to say on the radio. He wasn't afraid, you know.
Definitely.
And I think that has helped to make me grow too, not being afraid.
Yes.
So I am, oh, just one more. I was also, I probably was thinking about 50 different people, but just one more. Jennifer Lopez, I heard her say this one time when I was watching TV. Doubt is a killer. You just have to know who you are and what you stand for. And that's what I think about our radio presence. We know who we are. And not only that, we know whose we are and what we stand for. Lady D, back to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, that was wonderful, KJ. And next up, we have D. Renee.
Okay. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. My name is Daronay, and I am a newbie on KEPX Radio. And I wish Mother Hooks was still here because I wanted to give a shout out to her because she's the reason I'm here. I was a guest on her show talking about abuse, and not physical abuse, but emotional and mental abuse and verbal abuse. So we had a conversation about that, and she talked to me about becoming, joining the KEPX radio team. And I thought about it and I thought, What do I have to offer? Because what I want to do, I'm the type of person that I want to be able to empower people. So I thought, well, how can I empower people with my voice, use my voice to make a difference? And that's when I wanted to start my show, How to Envision Your Life Differently. Because one thing that I learned is you should never allow anyone to have more control over you and your career than you. And when you allow someone else to have more control over your career or your life, and you don't understand what your purpose is, then you're going down an unfulfilling path. And so that's why I wanted to join the KEPX radio team, and I wanted to, empower people, because it's really important to understand and know what your purpose is. Yes. God put us all on this earth for a reason. He has a plan for us, and understanding what that plan is so that you can fulfill your purpose. And your purpose is usually to help others in some kind of way. It's some kind of way that you're meant to help others, whether it be through your radio shows, or it's, I know I have a purpose here. And, I'm in the process of writing a book about teaching people how to navigate through corporate politics, because that's something that actually can hinder growth. And I just believe in empowering people, and KJ and Lady D and, all of the Gloria, Silver Fox, all of you are an inspiration to me. And I appreciate each and every one of you. And I thank you for just embracing me and inviting me into your circle, because that's so important to have strong people that believe in the betterment of others in your circle. So that's why I'm here.
Yes.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. Yes, and we welcome you. We love you, and we got a lot to do. We got a lot to do coming up in these next years. So let's get busy, you guys.
Can
Absolutely.
I add something, Diane?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm a marketing person, and as each of you were talking, um, I thought this: we must build our brand. And right now, we have some powerful women here. I mean, we got the lady of real estate and mortgages sitting here. We have everybody. And if we could get together or do something with photos and really start really marketing us, I mean, all over the country, we know enough people that, would be bad as those real estate ladies in Atlanta. They all got together and put on their bad outfits, and we can do the same thing and get in front of some microphones. Well,
Gloria,
Definitely.
let's do it.
Let's
Let's
do
do
it.
it because I'm about to move to Georgia. I'm in the process of moving to Georgia next month. So
really?
yes, yes, and that's why I told Lady D, I don't know if I could join, but this was so important to me. I really love and respect you, ladies, and Lamette, and the whole KEPX radio team, and it's so important to support each other. And my background, I'm former military. I was in the Army for 8 years. And I was a print and broadcast journalist the last portion of my military career.
Okay.
But, like I said, what really is fulfilling for me, because in my corporate career, I'm a project analyst. Okay. Very different careers. But again, I'm planning to move to Georgia. I'm starting a new chapter in my life. I'm trying to write my book. I want to get my, show really up and running. And I want to be a part of this team so we can promote each other and we can get out there. do billboards and everything else,
Yes.
to
Right.
promote what we're doing, because what we're doing is so important. It's so
Definitely.
important and it's so fulfilling. So I'm all for it, Gloria. Let's do it.
Yes.
Let's
I'm
do it.
ready.
Yes, ma'am. All right, Hannah, are you still there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, we want to hear from you. Did you do a show on the station, or um, did you ever get your show going?
Uh, I'm a shameful member of KEPX. I was only on for a short period of time. Um, in 2016, I think it was, but I did a 1 hour show called Get Real. And basically, what it was about, I was very passionate about abused teenagers and young girls who don't think highly of their bodies. It just angered me. And I just felt like I needed to say something to young girls about the fact that your body is a temple. Don't let
Hmm.
somebody use it to lay down all the time, because that's not what you're supposed to be. It's somebody who's looks like they're flatlining all the time. But
Yes.
unfortunately, I was only on for about a month, and that's how I met Harvey. He heard me on my radio show, and he worked on Lamette continuously to get in touch with me. He wanted my number so that he could talk to me. And once we met up, I found out I met somebody I couldn't talk more than. Harvey could go on and on. I mean, he was just like a library. So
Hmm.
what and I have all of his shows, and it's just really a thrill to hear him talk on his shows, and I'm so appreciative to Lamette and everyone else. I met Joanne when I was in San Diego for a short period of time, and everybody is truly doing a wonderful job on KEPX. And like I said, I'm sorry mine is so short, but I met somebody who could talk more than me. But thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Hannah. Thank you for being here. And you know what? You are always welcome to come back and do a show whenever you want.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Did everybody get a chance to speak? I think so. Mother had to leave. She was having some difficulties on her with her internet, so she had to leave. But she said she is listening, and I think we all did get a chance to say our piece about KEPX radio, and we don't want to forget the Soul Express, because the Soul Express is where it's happening, is where it's at, you know. So I just want to
Mm.
just let our listening viewers and audience know that we have two radio stations. KEPXradio.com is our main station. That is the beginning of everything, and then we incorporated the Soul Express. I think 3 to 4 years, was it 3 years after KEPX, we brought in the Soul Express. So we came up with this idea that we wanted to have an AM station and an FM station like they do on the radio. And so we came up with AM for Absolute Ministry, which is all gospel, and FM is Fantissimo Music, which is everything else. And so that's where
Wow.
we are, and we are doing great. And I just want to say real quickly that over the last maybe month and a half, KEPX and the website and the listeners, the viewers of KEPX and the Soul Express has gone up substantially. I every day I have this app on my phone that allows me to get notifications of whenever somebody goes to the website. And man, let me tell you, they have been going blowing up my phone like crazy with these with the people that are joining. We have 42 new members that have joined the website and that are listening to the station
Ooh.
on a regular basis. Also, I want to mention we have people in Africa that are listening. We have people in Australia that are listening. We have people in
Wow.
Mexico that are listening. We have people in Canada that's listening, and other parts of the country and the world that I don't know all of them, but we have a lot of people listening all over the world, not just in the United States, but all over the world. And so that right there is huge. And so, like Gloria said, we start marketing and really putting ourselves out there. Can you imagine how many people are going to come? I think we have about maybe 400,000 listeners right now, viewers and listeners that right now that I know of, and we can get over that million mark. You know, we can make it really go and get people from all over the world to come and be a part of the station. So I'm trying to get music from all genres of entertainment. And then also we have the radio vision, which is where we're doing the live, well, I call it radio vision, where we do live and then we also play our music as well. So we're doing the video and the radio at the same time, which is radio vision. So I'm loving it. And just having a great time, just enjoying what we do. You know, I want to say real quickly that I've been reading and listening and watching, and they say that radio is phasing out. And it might be, but I don't think it's going to go too far because there are people that still tune in and listen to radio on a regular basis. And so we just have to keep ourselves in there in that position where people are wanting to listen, you know? So that's what I have to say. Cap, you still there? Is Cap still there? Where is he? There you are, Cap. You muted. Let me see. Are you still there? I don't see you, Cap. Where are you? Can you hear me? There you are. Are you there, Cap? Can you
Can you
hear
hear
me?
me now? Can you hear me
Yes, I
now?
can hear you. I can hear you. Yep.
Okay. I have Jay Sidney. Did you send him a link?
You know what? I did not. I apologize, Jay Sidney. I apologize. Is he on the line?
He said no problem when you said I apologize. Can you hear her? Are you there on the line, Jay?
I can
Okay.
barely hear him.
She, uh,
I am so sorry, Jay Sidney. I thought I had everybody, but I'm
yeah.
sorry.
So he's trying to say something to how he got involved.
Let me see if I can
Mr. J. Sidney, 57.
let me see if I can send him a,
She's trying
a
to send you a
link
link
real
now, Jay.
quick.
Okay.
What's his email?
Mr. J. Sidney 57 at Gmail.
There he is. How did I miss
Came up.
you?
I have no idea.
Okay, I just sent it.
Get it, Jay? She said she just sent it. You see it now? He has a very interesting story how he got involved.
Okay. Good, good, good. Yeah, we
All
would
right.
love to get Jim on the line and hear his story.
Get
And I
online.
wish
Your story.
I wasn't able to reach Shout and Gale. And I don't know what happened to Dougie, but we have a couple of other people. We got a lot of people on this station. We have a lot of DJs and radio personalities that deserve to be heard and
You know, Jay?
have been here for quite some time and are doing some great and wonderful things.
I
Let me
don't know
see.
yet. Hey, D, can you hear Jay?
Let me see. Nope, I don't see him
Say something,
yet.
Jay. You see the link?
Nope, can't hear him. Did you
The
get the
link is
link?
called StreamYard.
Let's
Not
see.
Zoom now, StreamYard. She just sent you a email. Okay.
Okay. Um, let's see here. Did he get the link?
He said he got a link, but he's still looking for a StreamYard.
Oh, let me see. Oh Lord. Okay, hold on, Jay Sydney. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me go back here and invite, copy. Let's see here. Come on. Okay. Jay. Mr. Come on, come on. Oh, I might not be able to get him in here because it's not Jay. Yeah, I can't seem to get his, I don't have his, oh, let me see. Come on. Okay.
Mr.
Mr.
J. Sydney
J.
57@gmail.com.
Okay, there it
Matt, can you
is.
send it to him?
I got it here. Let's see.
Oh, shit.
She said she got it now. You got it, D?
Yep, give me 1 second here. There it goes. Okay,
You
now
get it?
try it. Yeah.
You see it now?
Let's see. You
It
get
doesn't
it?
come up.
It didn't come up?
Now he said it didn't.
Oh, come on.
Oh, he said it's here now, D.
He got it? Okay. Okay, good.
Not Stream View now. I've been telling her earlier it was Stream View, StreamYard.
StreamYard. Mm-hmm.
Like somebody outside and you are streaming. Or screaming.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, I still got space for him.
See it?
Not yet. Not yet. We're almost there. Well, anyway, while we're waiting for Jay Sydney, um, Dougie was one of our first people on the station as well, and he is the jazz man. Dougie did jazz, and is he still doing his show? I haven't, or is he going to come back on, Cap?
Oh, yeah, he's coming back.
Okay.
I'm
All
in
right.
the process of building him a studio.
Okay.
You know, you moved to Texas like somebody else did. See?
Okay. Mother Hooks
So,
is back. I see Mother. And we are waiting for Jay
is she back?
Sydney. Mother is back, yes. And then also Shoutin' Gale.
Oh, you see
Don't
it?
want to forget her. Shoutin' Gale. She was one of our first radio personalities as well. She was actually our first uh, general manager. She came on and she was doing a great job. And then some things happened and changed, and then I stepped in. And but Shoutin' Gale is still doing a phenomenal job on the radio as well. She is on the AM side. And let me see who else we got here. Oh, Cap,
DJ whatever.
VJ whatever. Yes, yes, he's awesome.
VJ whatever show.
Yeah. And then we have Flavor is gonna come back. She wants to come back and do a show.
Oh, really?
Yep, she wants to come back and do her show. I'm not seeing Jay Sydney yet.
What about
We haven't heard from Mother
Naked Soul?
Joanne.
Who?
The Naked Soul.
Yes, Arbra.
Yeah.
Yeah, she wants to come back as well. I had reached out to her, but she never did get back to me, so I'm gonna have to try and reach her again
Okay.
and get her back on. Yes, yes.
Okay, we can talk
We
to
didn't hear from Miss
Lady
Joanne.
Joe.
Yes, Lady Joe. Let's hear from you
Because
about
I
how
had
you got started
Joe.
on the station.
Okay.
Praise God. Forgive me, I was having difficulties with my system, but I was on Facebook listening, and beautiful. Beautiful job. The way I got started in KPX Radio, Cap was housing KEPX Radio in my office for about a couple of years. And he kept insisting and being persistent with me that I could do the radio show. I was having difficulties thinking that I could. Ever since I was 15, I wanted to be a DJ. And I said, I'm too old for that now. But somewhere, somehow, you all know how Cap is. He'll find a way, make a way for you to do it. So he and Doug, they got together. They came up with a solution to the problem. And they indicated, well, you don't have to be called a DJ. You can be a radio announcer. So to make a long story short, I think I got started in February of 2018. And I tell you, it has been an inspiration. I've learned so much from Captain Matt. I lie to you not. I call him somewhat of a genius because he has a way of encouraging folk to do things that they don't think that they can do. And he
Yeah.
always says, "There's no words such as can't." And it's been a blessing to me. Okay, EPX Radio. It enhanced my website. I'm almost at 300,000 folks. I went on TikTok. I haven't actually placed KEPX Radio on TikTok as yet, but I do go on Facebook, and I'm on the radio at the same time. That Facebook, so I do live radio, and Cap taught me how to do that as well as Lady D, and I thank God for Lady D because she's such a great encourager. A lady with many different gifts and have a lot of patience. But I really admire being on EPX Radio. This is a ministry that I never thought that I could do. And I'm over numerous of churches. But this right here brought me to the forefront of doing the work of the Lord.
Amen.
All
That
right.
is awesome.
Mhm.
Awesome. I have a listener on. Her name is Ray Ray. She sent me music for the station for the Soul Express. And she made a comment. She says, I love this station. It reminds me of the radio station I grew up listening to in Saginaw, which is Michigan, Power 107. They play real R&B music and all the classics. Thank you so much, Ray Ray, for listening, for tuning in, and for blessing us with your music that we can play on the station as well. We appreciate you. And thank you so much for sharing it with so many people. We appreciate you. Well, Cap, I don't see Jay Sidney. I don't think he made it. I sent him another invite, and I don't see him yet. And I don't want to go off without him coming on if possible, but I don't want to stay on here too much longer because I know everybody has things to do. It's what 6:16 in California time, 8:16 my time, and 9:16 Eastern time. And so I don't want to keep you guys on here too much longer, but we do appreciate each and every one of you. We love you guys. You guys are all doing an absolutely amazing job, and just love everything that you all do. Day Renee, I want to speak to you in the next couple of days. Once you get situated and settled, give me a call or text me and let me know when you're available to talk so we can talk some more about your show.
Absolutely.
All righty. Anybody else have anything else that they want to say before we close out for tonight?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I want to thank you all for trusting me and coming along and help me because before you guys came along, I was doing the thing for 24 hours by myself. I was happy to see anybody come. So I was glad that you all, put some trust in me because running a radio station by yourself for 24 hours is a lot of work. Trust me on that one. So when Dee decided to come aboard, Gloria, KJ, and then Doug went on down the line, and Joanne, you came before I came over to your place.
Yeah, that's right. With the other ladies, the women of vision, I sure did. Yep.
Yes. And I made you an offer you couldn't refuse.
Yeah, could not refuse.
So But I want to thank you all,
Mhm.
and Erlene is a blessing to me.
Yeah, and
Uh,
Miss Elaine, my friend.
she's the wind beneath my wings. Um,
Mhm.
so I don't know how I can go, but with her I can go because she really supports me in whatever it is that I do. And she
Mhm.
said she
Yeah.
didn't want to do it, but I played a little strong arm stuff that came in, and now she left. Can't get off of it.
Persuasive, persuasive.
A
Be
little bit
nice.
persuasive.
Be nice.
Very persuasive. And
Yes.
you know what? I want to say real quickly before we go, and this has never left my heart and my mind. We did a magazine, and was it 2012 when we did that magazine, Cap?
Yep.
KEPX Radio Magazine, and I
Yep.
still have several copies that were put in sleeves that KB. I don't know if any of you know KB, but she was with
Oh
us for a
yes.
while, and she put them in sleeves, and me and Cap signed them in gold pen, ink pen, and they were supposed to be um, uh, special edition of magazines for people. And I think I still have. I'm pretty sure I do still have quite a few of them. So if you guys want to get a copy, I can send you a copy. And
I would love a copy.
okay, awesome, awesome. Yes, the great magazine, just a wonderful thing. We had a very young DJ. She was our youngest. What was she? 12 years old when she came to KEPX Radio,
I
doing her
said
own
she
little
was 10
show,
years
and
old.
she
She
was
told
she
me.
was just awesome.
I told her, I said, oh, you're 10 years old. 10 years old. I'm 11 and a half. I want you to know. So excuse me. So, but she
Wow.
was she was something else though. She was very,
So
very talented young lady.
yes, I see Jay Sidney is in, but it says his devices are not connected. He needs to connect. I'm gonna tell him connect your mic. And,
Okay.
yeah, he's there. But
Lady D.
yes,
So
ma'am.
is this going to be on Facebook? I mean, I was on Facebook when I couldn't get in on this system,
Yes,
but
it's
I
on
can share.
Facebook.
So will I be
Hmm.
able to? Okay, very, very
Yes,
good.
you can share it from the KEPX radio page,
Okay,
from my personal page, Diane P. Meadows, and also on YouTube on my
okay,
Lady D That Be Me TV page.
okay.
So it's broadcasting live right now on 3 different platforms.
Praise God.
Yes,
I want
ma'am.
to say something to D. Renee. Uh,
Yes.
do you know what KEPX stands for?
No.
Anyone want to tell her? Because she said something that resonated with the KEPX. Joanne, you know what it stands
Knowledge,
for?
Empowering. She says she wants
empowering
to empower
She wanted to
people.
empower someone. It
people,
Mhm.
stands for Knowledge Empowering People Extraordinaire.
extraordinaire.
Then I'm in the right place.
Amen.
I'm where God meant for me to be.
That's
thanks
And
right.
to
I heard you on Facebook.
thanks to Mother Hooks. I
Yeah,
mean,
I heard you. Thank
you
you.
know.
I'm so glad you're still on. It blesses my soul.
Amen.
And I love you.
I love you too, sister.
So
Okay.
Jay Sidney's not there anymore, so I don't think we're going to be able to get him on
Okay.
tonight.
All right.
But
Where's Jasmine?
I've been trying to bring him up, and he's go straight into his voicemail.
Okay.
He has internet problems too.
okay. So you know what I want to say this as well. Looks like a lot of us are in Texas right now. So I'm in Texas. Cap is in Texas, and Erlene. Hannah, aren't you in Texas? Hannah's in Texas.
Yes.
Wow.
KJ is
Doug
in
Doug is in
Texas.
Texas. KJ.
Wow.
One by one, I have y'all in Texas.
yes.
I'm in Rialto.
Okay.
Nice to hear you.
Holding down the fort.
yes.
We'll all be in Texas.
Yeah, but you got your roots from Texas, though. That's where you got your.
Yeah. And I want you all, I guess I should tell you, my cousin is the mayor here in Rialto. And
Okay.
I went on an interview with her at radio station I think it's KCCA. in San Bernardino. And when she introduced me to the host and told him
Uh-huh.
about the blues show, he had me come back the next week and interviewed me. So people heard me talking about kepxradio.com. And there's a lot of things going
Yay.
on here, and looks like I'm gonna be here promoting us. So we got to get busy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to promote from Georgia.
All
I'll do
right now.
promoting from Georgia because I'm in San Diego right now, but I'll do my promoting from Georgia. And, I want to work with homeless teens that are aging out of the foster care system because I'm a very strong STEM advocate. And I think it's
Okay.
important for them to get training, career training in some type of STEM, so that they can empower themselves to succeed and set themselves up to succeed. So I'm kind of working, trying to get a lot of projects up and going so that I can help, homeless teens that are aging out of the system so they won't be homeless and, just empowering people all over.
Yeah.
So
That's
so
beautiful.
I'll be doing my advertising in Georgia, and we're gonna have to, Gloria, you and I are gonna have to get together and come up with a plan so we can help promote the station and then get Lady D and everybody all involved so we can have our own billboard.
Okay. Well,
Definitely.
one thing that I've gotten involved with here, there's a young man that has a it used to be part of the Metro Link where people would go in and buy their tickets to get on the Metro Link.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And this brother it's now a restaurant, and it's called the Forum Blues. And what
Mm.
we talked about this past week was me being able to come in there on one night, Friday night or
Right,
whatever,
right.
and he would open because it closes at 3 in the afternoon, but he would open it up for me to do my show live.
That would be cool. That's
And
great.
but I really, really,
Well, let's talk about that. Come on now. You can handle it.
yeah.
You don't sound too convincing. You can handle it.
You guys don't know, but I had COVID a few weeks ago.
Mhm.
And so I too believe that we were all created to serve.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
And even on being a blues show,
Mhm.
if you listen, you're going to hear me play the gospel blues.
Mm-hmm.
And Diane, can I say something about my cousin?
Sure, definitely.
Um, Friday afternoon, my cousin, a deputy sheriff in Riverside County, was shot and killed.
Oh, so
And
Oh,
Oh,
Wasn't that on the news?
yes, oh
That was your
yes,
I
cousin? I heard that.
on the
yes, it's my
I'm
news.
cousin.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Wow.
And I was
Mm.
on the air when I got the call. And by 9 o'clock, what I ended up doing was playing instrumental blues music. And I got calls from people how they enjoyed it, but it got me through the night.
Mm.
But 30
Mm.
years of age, Darnell Calhoun,
mm,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
you
Mm-hmm.
all continue to pray for the Calhoun family.
Mm.
I
Mm-hmm.
definitely
Definitely.
will.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
You guys
All
just
right.
keep praying for me.
no, you're
Yeah,
gonna
Oh,
be
we will.
definitely
We
support
yes,
will.
us.
we love
We
you.
will.
Yes.
Definitely. Matter
Yeah.
of fact, we're going to pray for you and your family right now before we
yeah.
end this
See.
broadcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. KJ, are you there?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Can
Can you
you?
hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Can you go ahead
Okay,
and pray
good.
for Gloria and then close us out in prayer?
Absolutely. Yes, yes. Dear Heavenly Father, you know every heart. You know every mindset. You know what we're thinking, Lord. In the 21st century, there are so many things that just don't even make sense that happen, Lord. And I want you to be with this family. Let them know that they're is a God that cares, that you love and care for them, Lord. Please help every individual that is affected by this senseless death, Lord. We heard it on TV. We didn't know it was so close to us. Lord, help every single person in the family, every friend, everyone that knew this young man, Lord, and give them hope and give them peace as they go through their bereavement journey, Lord. And we know that this only is happening on planet Earth. And one of these days,
Yes,
there
Lord.
will be death no more.
Yes.
One
Yes.
day, we'll
Yes.
wake up and we'll be able to see you face to face. And
Yes.
Lord, thank you for
Thank you.
dying on the cross for us, because we could not have done this for ourselves. And we know that eternal life is a gift from you, Lord.
Yes.
And we look forward to the day we can live throughout eternity with you. No
Have
more
mercy.
pain, no more,
Thank you.
only
Mercy.
happiness in living with you. And
Yes.
Lord, thank you so much for the commitment, the dedication of all of our radio personalities, the ones that
Yes,
were here
Lord.
tonight, the
Thank
ones
you.
that would have been here and I heard from, like shouting Sister Gail, but she was on doing a presentation on Facebook at the same time. Lord,
Yes,
thank
Lord.
you
Thank you.
for everything that we heard tonight,
Jesus.
and
Thank you, Jesus.
going down, taking a trip down memory lane. Thank you for the dedication of our together to our friend Harvey.
Harvey, God.
Thank you
Yes.
for his widow, Hannah, our friend, to be on and give us a few laughs, Lord.
Yes.
And again, I I want to put this family on every prayer line that we have. I have one where I'll be presenting tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock. So the Calhouns and everyone that is related to them, all friends, and everyone that knows this young man, they will be prayed
Yes.
for. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the
Father.
Holy Spirit.
Thank you,
Amen.
Jesus.
Amen.
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 Thank you. Amen.
Thank you,
Amen. Thank you
KJ.
so much, KJ.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, you guys. Well, this has been really wonderful. This has been really nice. I'm glad that we did this, even though it was uh, kind of last minute. But whose phone was that? Can we mute the phone, whoever that is? Okay, there we go. Yeah, even though this was last minute, it was still a great turnout, and I'm so happy that each one of you took the time out to be here and that you are continuing to do your thing for KEPX Radio and for the Soul Express. I want to encourage everyone to tune in to everyone else's show, to go to the Silver Fox on Monday or Wednesday through Saturday and tune into her show. Comes on at what, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Tune in, you guys. Tune in to Mother Hooks. What day is your show? What time is your show, Mother?
Sundays.
Sundays. Is she muted? Sundays
It's
at what is it?
Sunday.
It's
3 o'clock.
Is it?
Sunday evening,
I think it's 4 PST.
3
For
p 3 to 3
yes,
p.m. to 4.
yes.
Mhm.
Tune in and tune in to everybody's shows. I'm on every day, Monday through Friday, at
My
5 a.m. to 9 a.m. in Pacific
Sunday
time.
from 3 to
Sundays from 3 to 5, Mother?
3 to 4.
3 to,
3
okay.
to 4.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, so just encourage you guys to tune into everyone's show and support the best way that we can. If you see them online doing something, share it with others. Like I encourage you guys to share this video once we're out of here. Share it to all your family and your friends, and so they can see it, so they can listen, and share the radio station with everybody, whether you're on the AM side or the FM side or on both. Share it with everyone. All right, you guys. Um,
Okay.
I don't have anything else to say. Jay Sidney didn't get a chance to come on. I'm so sorry. He for some reason his mic would not connect, so I'm not sure what
D,
that
can
was
you hear me
about.
now?
Yes, I hear you.
Hey, Jay, can you say something?
I hear you. Yes,
Can,
Yes, we can hear you now, Jay.
you're the only one I hear now.
okay, Jay, tell him how everybody can hear Jay. I got him on my cell phone, so I'm doing a relay thing here.
Yes.
Okay, Jay, tell him how you got involved with the program with the KEPX radio.
Okay. Well, I had an invitation to come to the Kepx family to do music for one of the members' birthdays, and I brought my setup and did singing and music, and I saw this guy in this, I believe he had a white suit on, talking and doing all that, telling me to turn my music down and all of that good stuff. It was a good party, and then afterwards, I really got a chance to talk to him. He was the life of the party. Of course, he was the life of the party. It wasn't his birthday party, but he took over the party like he does. And we got to talking about music, and he told me on radio, and I got excited when he said that, and did I want to be a part of something like that? And wow, my eyes just, oh man, so wow, what is this? And I've always wanted to do radio. I went to school to learn broadcasting school and all those things in the past, and he was just talking all the stuff that I wanted to do. He was talking. It sounded very exciting to me, and I wanted to get into doing that. Little did I know what he had going on. I didn't really know what to expect, but he sounded so convincing and talking to me, and I followed up and got with him. Went down to San Diego, and he was right there, and wow. Exposed me to some things. Like, oh man, I'm looking at the setup and everything, the station, the apps, and say, oh man, can I do this? I mean, wow. And I really wanted to do it, and he was so supportive and training me on how to get into the app, the Sam Broadcasters app, which blew me away at first sight. I said, oh my goodness, how can I do that? But I was determined to do it, and he was determined to make sure that I learned how to do it. So I thank him for that. And this was, wow, what about 4 years ago, Captain, I believe, something like that.
2016.
Wow, even more than that. Okay, wow.
6 years.
And it's just something I really want to get into, doing all the aspects of it. Being a DJ, also doing jingles and writing different things is what I've always dreamed of doing. And the captain gave me the opportunity to do all of those things. I need to do a whole lot more with it, and I'm planning to do that. But I just thank you, Captain, for the opportunity and giving me having the faith in me to let me try it. And wow, the rest is history. I've been on the radio ever since, and I just can't seem to get enough of it, of doing it. I know we're going all over the country and over the world with the station. In fact, my daughter heard me today in Texas, to where she's at. My mom was in Memphis. She used to listen to the station every Sunday in Memphis when I would come on. She's now back in California, but still listening to KEPX radio. And I think I picked up a new person listening today. It's just exciting. It's just exciting to be a part of the KEPX radio family. I'm looking forward to getting closer and doing more things. But it's a very exciting time for me, doing something that I've always wished that I could do. So there it is.
I think hear that voice. Isn't that a fantastic voice?
Wonderful voice.
I would love to just grab him, put him in my throat, and exchange with him, but he won't do it like that. Okay. But yeah, Jay has a fantastic voice, and when I heard him, I didn't tell him I owned the radio station. I didn't tell him that at all. I told him I knew somebody who would get him into radio. Right, Jay?
Right.
And he came
I
down.
thought you told me that you own the station.
No, I did not. And so,
You did not,
so
huh?
you kept calling me and kept calling me.
Really?
And when you got down, Doug said, you said, you asked Doug, you said, man, well, who's the person that owned the radio station? Because Doug didn't know. I didn't tell you that either. He said, you talking to him? Remember how you tripped out and said,
Okay.
remember that?
Yes, I remember it now.
That was,
The thing about me, Captain, is I shocked you because I put all my gear in the back of my car and brought it down so you could hook it up.
he did. He had this great big.
I left home like 5 o'clock in the morning from I'm up near Fontana or San Bernardino. Got on the road and said, I'm not leaving until I get this hooked up.
He had
And you did it.
He had a board that was about 3 feet long,
Oh, wow.
18 inches wide, heavy. Brought it in, and he said, I wanted to sound like yours. And so I had to hook it up, and we put it back into his truck, just like that. And he took it back home.
Wow.
He didn't want to take a chance on it not working. That's right, yeah, I remember that. Okay, tell them about your gospel lottie, man.
Gospel Lottie. I came up with that name, Gospel Lottie, right before I started the show. I came up with that name because I'm thinking about having sweet music, melodies coming from heaven, and I play more of the, I would say contemporary. It's contemporary, but it's more gospel as opposed to the other contemporary stuff. It's mainly the gospel, a lot of old school gospel, but I'm incorporating some new stuff now. But it's really the stuff that people can really listen to and get something out of it instead of you listen to, not listening to a song and you can't really get anything. You hear a lot of music and a lot of screaming and shouting, but you're not really getting a message. So the music that I play, there's no question, and you're definitely hearing and getting a message out of the music that you hear on Gospel Lottie. I can guarantee you that.
All right, tell them when it comes on.
Gospel Lottie is on Sundays from 4 to 6 every Sunday.
Okay.
Nice. So right after Mother hooks.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Awesome.
they're right on top of each other. That's it. Okay, thank you very much, Jay. I really appreciate that. And
I thought Jay Sidney came on right after me.
right
That
after you.
is
Yeah, that is Jason.
That is Jay Sidney.
That's Jay Sidney.
Oh, you don't recognize his voice? You haven't heard from him in a while, huh? That's Jay Sidney.
How are you spelling the name of the program? Are you saying
Gospel Lottie. They want to know how you spell it, Jay Sidney.
Lottie?
Loddy.
Gospelody.
Like
Got it, Gloria?
gospel with
Yes.
the audio.
Gospel with O-D-Y.
Pelody.
Got it.
Gospel
And
Lottie.
Jay, Gloria sent a private chat. I don't think you were able to see it, but she wants to know, and as well as myself, if you can do some station drops for her.
Did you hear that, Jay?
Only person I can hear is you.
Oh, okay. They want to know whether you can do some station drops for them.
I sure can, yes.
Everybody hear that?
Yep.
Anybody want some station drops? Just let Jay know his. You got his email?
Lady
Yep,
D,
that-
he did my promo for me. Mr.
Oh,
nice.
Did you hear the drops I did for
Lady Joe.
Lady Joe?
Lady Joe? Yes, Lady Joe. I don't know if she's still using them, but yeah, I did some for her.
I
You
did.
still using? She's still using them. Okay, so anybody want to write this information down? Is
Yes.
Mr. J. Sidney, SIDNEY, 57 at gmail.com.
And that Mr. is just MR.
Just MR, no period. MR,
J, yeah.
MR,
J Sidney
with just a regular J, not JAY, just one J. SIDNEY, 57 at gmail.com.
That's it.
He's good.
Nice.
Okay,
That's it.
that's it.
All right.
Anyone else want to ask Jay something? Because you had to go through me. That's it. Oh, by the way, he can sing. The man can sing anything. He can sing. That's what I was doing. I was applauding him for singing. Somebody said, "Why would you be applauding him? He's up there lip singing." I said, "He's not lip singing. This guy's the real deal. He
Oh
plays
wow.
and he sings. He's a one-man band."
All
Okay.
right, Jay.
Captain Matt, and I
Yes,
play
ma'am.
his music on my radio show as well.
Oh, you play his music?
Hmm.
Oh, she plays your music on the radio show. That's
All right.
that's Lady Joe.
Yeah, we're up to date, right?
Okay.
So
All
you
right.
sing gospel.
He sings music.
Oh, I'm just
He
Yeah,
okay.
sings.
I
It's
play
kind of
the
like a
gospel.
person that I know that plays music. Plays gospel and blues. He sings music, and he's good.
Mhm.
He was
Very
sounding like
good.
James Brown. He was sounding like Luther, and people thought he was lip singing. I mean, he's good. Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
All right.
We're gonna see if
Thank
we get him.
you.
Get him to come to Texas to the hole in the wall, Gloria.
Oh, I have to come back and go to the hole in the wall.
Mhm.
Ah,
Oh,
okay.
All righty. All right, you guys. Well, this has been great. This has been wonderful. I'm excited about what we have to look forward to in the future in 2023 and the years to come. And
yeah.
we're going to stay in touch. We're going to do better than we did last year. And we're going to stay in touch with each other. We're going to promote one another. We're going to market the station and promote the station and do everything we can to blow this thing up
Deborah.
like it's
Yes,
supposed to be.
Deborah.
All right.
All right.
All right, you guys.
Thank
Well,
you.
we are going to go ahead and close out this show. Thank you guys all for tuning in, for coming on board, and for being here. And I'm looking forward to much more from everyone.
Great. Thank
All
you.
right. All right,
Good
you
night.
guys.
Happy
Everyone have a
birthday,
great night.
KPX Radio.
Happy birthday, KEPX. Bye.
Yes. Thank you.
Bye.
Happy birthday to KEPX. Happy birthday to KEPX.
No,
No, we
no.
want to hear. We want to hear Stevie Wonder.
Right, right.
No.
Happy birthday
You want to hear
to
this?
ya.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Yeah, that's what you want to do. Happy birthday.
Now
All
let
right, I don't
James
want to get into all of that today. I
Okay,
don't want to do
bye.
anything today.
All right, you guys. Have
All
a
Oh,
right,
good
you guys
night.
take care.
all right.
All right.
Good
All right.
night.
Bye
Good night.
bye. All right. So that is the end of our show, our anniversary celebration. Thank to everyone that tuned in, and we will see you all later. Have a good night.